Hello YouTube, this is MewGar Master here, and I'm sorry that we haven't done any videos in a while. I mean, it's been last few months of school, finishing math, like finals and everything during courses, but school's over now, and it's summertime, so we'll have lots of time to do videos. So, yeah, I hope we'll try to bring out as much content as we can over the summer, preparing you for NATS, which is, I mean, that's close, so not much of that, more preparing for Worlds and preparing for next format and everything. So today we got our deck tech on MewGar, which is a deck I think will be decent, and I like it personally. So here it is. Let's start. 4 Mew Prime, proxies, but 4 Mew Prime. Mew Prime, it's one of the main part of the deck, where you go turn 1 C off, removing Gengar into Lost Zone, and then you use the body to copy Gengar's attacks when it's in the Lost Zone. So you use Hurl in the Darkness to hurl their Pokemon turn 2 without having to evolve into a Gengar. So it's pretty quick. It's a pretty good card. I mean, low HP is the only bad thing. Free retreat is good. It's a really good card overall. I like it. You can also use the body to copy any Pokemon that you put in Lost Zone. So if you put your opponent's Pokemon in Lost Zone, you can copy that attack if you want to for some reason. There's been sometimes situations where you want to, but it's a pretty good card to early on take cards out of the hand with. Next is 2-1-3 Gengar. That's also a proxy for Gengar Prime. Main part is Gengar, which you see off, so that you can remove it, so you can use Hurl in the Darkness. Why I use the evolution is because it's really good, like in a late game situation when they're winning the prize trade, when they're probably gonna win. So you're gonna need something that can survive more than one turn, because most of the attackers in this deck only last like one turn, maybe two. So yeah, if you can evolve into a Gengar, it usually will last a turn, which can get you ahead in the prize race. And Curse Drop's also good, because if you can't get a Pokemon through their hand or through the top of their deck, if you Curse Drop like a baby Pokemon or something with 40 HP left, you knock it out and the body makes it go in the Lost Zone, so that's an extra in the Lost Zone. So that's pretty decent. You play 3 Gengars because if one's prized, and then you pull in Lost Zone, and then you can evolve with one. So just precautions and everything. Without Azelf, you have to play bigger lines so that stuff isn't prized. For Mr. Mime, and here, let me get a card that goes with it. 2/2 Slowking. So the main thing here is that Mr. Mime's attack puts the top card of your opponent's deck in Lost Zone, and use Slowking's power to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, rearrange them, so you make sure that there's a Pokemon on top of their deck when you use the power. Mr. Mime's good because it falls asleep, so if it stays asleep, then it can survive a turn, so that's how you can usually get ahead if you're behind, is just making it be asleep, and then hopefully they can't, like, reversal it or something. Yeah, that's pretty good. I really love Slowking in this deck, and not just this deck, like other decks, because I really love the power. Like, the ability to control your opponent's top of the deck is, I love it. Like, in this deck it has a better purpose, but in other decks, just being able to know what they're going to draw and making them draw like bad cards, I think that's really relevant in this format. I don't know, I was trying out on different decks, and it seems to be good, but it's mainly good in this one. And Mr. Mime Jr. is like, after your Mew Prime dies, and you have like there's no Pokemon in their hand, and they're making sure they won't have anything in their hand, you can use Slowking Mr. Mime to get it off the top of their deck. So this is usually what finishes the game off, is this combo. 2 Mr. Mime to trick reveal, to see what's in their hand, to see if there's any Pokemon, see if you need to do something about that, or see if you want to talk to Mr. Mime Jr. It's just a good card. Also see what they're going to do. 2 Spiritomb, that's a proxy, but if if you use Mr. Mime and you see there's no Pokemon in their hand, you use Spooky Whirl and make them shuffle, draw 6, and then hopefully you get a Pokemon, and then you can usually hurl it. 1 Cleffa. You only need 1 in this deck because you don't need 2 often. Like, it's only if you have a really bad start, but it's for the one scenario where you do need it, because this deck isn't trying to set up much. Like, everything is just easy, basic to set up. That's Pokemon. Trainer, supporters, whatever. Collector is 4 of. I mean, your main lines are all basics, so you need 4 of these. You really want to start with this turn 1. Like, it's really good if you do. 3 Professor Juniper. It's just a really good card now. it just gets you your Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon, but it just gets you cards. It's probably the best draw engine nowadays. I mean, there's no more UQs or anything else. So, you know, discarding your hand, draw 7, it's really good. Just as good as Professor Oak was, except it's Porter, but still good. Twins is Twins. It's just good to, because you're never going to be ahead, really, in the prize race. Like, as soon as they take one prize, Twins is online, you get anything you want. It's good to get your Lost Worlds at the end of the game. It's good to set up all your lines and everything. It's just a good card. Free Seeker, so that you can bring back your Spiritiums or use them, but mainly so it makes them put a Pokemon back in their hand, so you'll always have something to hurl in the darkness. Good card. And what makes all these supporters really good is Pokegear, which searches them out. Well, than search, look at the top 7 and get one. It's really good. Like I said, you really want a collector turn 1. Like if your hand does not have a collector turn 1, it just kind of sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but like it's a lot better if it does. So it's really good to have these. I like 4 of them to get collectors and the other supporters. For communication is just good because it gets everything you need. There's a lot of Pokemon like you won't need like later on. Like Mew Primes are usually bad late game or something because they usually don't have Pokemon in hand. 2 Lost Worlds, this is how you win. You play it when they have 6 Pokemon in their Lost Zone and you win. And you only play 2 because you have Twins, so you can usually search it out by the end of the game. 2 Switch, get Mime Jr. out of active once asleep, so you can keep on using attacks. And 2 Revive, to get all your basics back. You know, Mime Jr., Mr. Mime, Mew Prime, whatever. Just good. 10 Psychic Energy, that's all you really need. I don't play Rainbows because you don't want to use attacks from Pokemon in Lost Worlds other than Gengar Prime, just Psychic. You're not trying to win prizes or anything, so you just play this. 10's fine. I found it consistent enough. You usually get like enough. So that's the numbers for the deck. I think it's decent. I really like I said before. I'm just in love with Second Sight from Slowking. To me, that's an insane ability, and it's such a good ability to control. Because if you go turn 1 Collector and you get like Mew Prime, Mime Jr., Slowpoke, and then turn 2 you evolve into Slowking, which happens a lot. Like it's really consistent. You have such a dominating position because you're hurling to darkness their evolution Pokemon, so they're not going to get their evolutions out, and then you're controlling the top of their deck. So the only way they can have it out is if they have like Junipers and stuff, which yes, they will have it, but sometimes, but it's still really good to have a control over the deck. And if you know what's on the top of their deck, or it doesn't matter what's on the top of the deck for some reason, you can always do it yourself, so you can dig for cards if you need them. I just really like it. I think this deck's like a good contender. The only thing that has bad matchups with is probably the like Zekrom decks that are really fast, like they go turn 1. Other than that, like if you can try to take the evolutions out or try to slow them down, you can get a good position. Like I said, if you're ever behind on the prize cards, getting a Gengar out will usually take a hit or 2 so you can get ahead. Or Mime Jr. flips. Sometimes you just gotta hope on the flips. So yeah, this is a good deck. I think like if I was going to Nationals, I would either play this or I would play Machamp, Donphan, Zoroark, which is another deck that we're testing. We might get an article for that for you guys. But yeah, I think either of those decks, they're really good in this format right now. I mean, I wouldn't play anything with Reshiram or Zekrom because I think people are gonna know that they should do 130. Like 130 is the amount of damage they need to be doing to it. And I think they're gonna be targeted too much. And this is like, then people aren't targeting this. People are gonna target like Champ Donphan. So yeah, that's what I think. You guys, like, if you guys are gonna go Nationals, I would say play something like this. Or you know, if you've already figured out something else or whatever, you know, it's just good to know these decks and how their lists work and everything. So yeah, that's the article. Hope you guys liked it. Like I said, summertime, so we're gonna have a lot more videos up. We're gonna have a lot more content. You know, tell us what you want. Like, comment in the thing telling me what kind of videos you want. Do you want deck text? Do you want us playing matches? Do you want us playing matches in real life, or do you want us playing matches online? Because I got a lot of stuff online, so I could probably do that for you guys. Or do you want just general Pokemon news? Do you want just talking about Pokemon? Whatever. We can do all that kind of stuff. also, like, like, comment, subscribe, because we're gonna have a lot more content, so you want to stay tuned for that. And also, when we get 100 subscribers, we're gonna have a contest. I'm not gonna say what it is right now, but it's gonna be awesome, and there will be awesome prizes. So subscribe now, because it'll be only subscribers can be in the contest. So you might as well subscribe so that we can get to 100, and so you guys can win stuff, because winning stuff is good. So see you guys later. Bye bye.